Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Neon Esports taking on FTD.Apollo. This is our last best of two for the night. And Neon, they can secure themselves a top, they can secure their first place seeding going into day 3 of the group stages if they're able to 2-0 Apollo right now. Absolutely crucial for them to do that, considering, you know, the last day of the seeding. What do they got? They've got one game, and Invictus Gaming also have one game as well. So this is going to be crucial for them if they're able to, you know, to take this series. Like I said, oh, that's interesting. They need a quick 2-0 here, and I believe they should be 1 point ahead. No, apologies. They won't. So they'll be tied with Invictus Gaming. They won't take the lead. They'll be tied. Apologies. They will be tied with Invictus Gaming going into day 3, which is big considering both Invictus Gaming, they have a game against FTD.Apollo, and then Neon have a game against Look for Smile. And both these teams, they looked alright early today. Nothing compared to what IG and Neon look like right now. But with that being said, we got a draft underway, ladies and gentlemen. Mirana's going to get picked up to start. We got a Puck getting followed as well by Apollo. Sorry, other way around, but you get what I mean. They're going to go with the Mirana and the Ogre Magi as well. So Neon going back for the Cypher Ogre that didn't really work last series, unfortunately. Apollo also didn't ban out the Mirana. They instead banned out the Templar Assassin, so well aware of, you know, Neon first picking this Templar Assassin in their game 1 against Invictus Gaming. So they get rid of that hero, of course. They leave, you know, the Mirana and the Ogre in, however. So once again, like I said, oh, whoa. Yeah, we got a Drow Ranger second pick here, ladies and gentlemen. Insta ban on the Brute, so we're gonna have no Brute shenanigans this game. I feel like we just have like heroes that just run at the Drow. I mean, Void's banned out, so we're not gonna have that. But they're gonna be incredibly squishy. We could see like a Wyvern getting picked up from Neon. A lot of the time, Drow Ranger is very similar to Mag lineups in the sense that with the Magnus and the Drow Ranger, you like to draft heroes that have high amounts of physical damage. One, you get, of course, you know, you want to try and have a hero that utilizes the bonus attack speed you get from the Drow, and then similar to the Mag, you want to utilize someone that gets the bonuses from the Empower. So, you know, the Winter Wyvern position 5 would be pretty crucial this game, considering Drow would be able to blow someone up. They go for the Shadow Demon. Just really good save potential to keep the Drow Ranger alive whenever she gets initiated on. I like that ban coming through. We've seen the power of the Shadow Demon. One inside, you know, the Chronospheres. Of course, there is no Void, but, you know, just the potential of the save. I love watching the drafts before we get in the game, because we know right now there's no lag. You know, it's just good old DOTA. We're just trying to analyze the draft a little bit. And then all the issues about the lag are completely, they're not on the mind right now before we get in. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm thinking like a Wyvern for Neon. I think this will be your offlane, the Ogre and the Mirana. So they're looking for, you know, like a Wyvern, like I said. A Storm's a really good mid laner to get onto the Drow, but the silences from both Puck and Drow are a little bit of an issue for the Storm until you get BKB. I'm thinking heroes like maybe a Dragon Knight, good initiation. I was going to say Spirit Breaker. We don't really see, mainly Spirit Breaker 5 seems a little whack. Seems like a very greedy kind of lineup if you go down that route. You see a lot more Spirit Breaker 4s. They ban the Sand King as well. Okay. So I guess what, they think the Ogres are 5, then the Sand King Mirana is a pretty good lane as well. And I think that's better than probably the Ogre, considering Ogre doesn't really have initiation. You're kind of just this beefy frontliner. They ban the Spirit Breaker themselves. Neon will pick up the Gyro here. So works out really well with the Bloodlust, of course, goes hand in hand. Loves the attack speed bonus on the Gyro. It's going to help him out in the lane. Also, just as the game goes on, you increase the farming speed, increase the damage output. They go for a Willow. Okay, this is nothing like Apollo's last, series that we casted. Their draft is completely different right now. A lot of magic damage coming through early from the Puck and the Willow. So Gyro's got to be careful. This is a rough lane. I mean, we don't really know where the heroes are going. We've seen a lot of Willow 4s. Honestly, this could be a core Willow with a change to the Aghanims. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it is, but I'm ready for Apollo just to chuck anything random out at me right now. Like, this lineup kind of shouts a Visage as well. Like, I feel like they just go for this massive early game 5 ranged heroes, just super squishy, just push down towers. We could see a Venge coming through as well. I really like Venges with the Drow. Just the minus armor in the Vengeance aura is super strong. For Neon, still think the Wyvern looks pretty good. They don't really have an AoE stun, which I like against the Dark Willow. I mean, you do have the arrow, but it's not really, it's just not like 100%. There's no guaranteed stun for the Willow if she goes for the Shadow Realm TP up, but there's the Centaur, so there's your Initiator. Stampede's also very good to get on top of the Drow Ranger. You can build these utility items like the Pipe and the Crimson Guard if need be. Definitely a Pipe this game so far. So it looks like they'll transition the Ogre Magi to the 5.
10 seconds remaining.
So no potential of the Winter Wyvern like we spoke about.
5 seconds remaining.
And now for Apollo, I honestly think you need some frontline hero. Like, at least pick up someone in the offlane who can tank up. But I guess if you pick your offlane hero now, then it reveals that the Puck, then it kind of gets rid of the Puck's potential to be the offlaner. I'm just so confused on how they want to lane this. I mean, they don't see the mid matchup, so they really want to hide the Puck. It'd be best for them to pick their position 5 here and hide the offlane in the mid lane right now. That would be my guess. Bane seems pretty decent at keeping the Drow Ranger alive. Really strong laner. Can bully out the Centaur. Or the Abaddon. Okay, that's also very good. I was going to say a Purge. That's why I brought up the Abaddon, because the Purge is really good against the Mirana Arrow. But you have the Oracle now. It's Dispel mainly. I should say Dispel instead of Purge, but yeah, the Oracle False Promise is going to be able to help keep the Drow Ranger alive. I mean, Oracle already has really high attack speed, so I wonder if he goes like, a couple of points, couple fairy fires, and just kind of right clicks the Centaur. The issue is, of course, Centaur loves getting right click with the Retaliate stacks, so and they ban the Conqueror as well. So looking for a mid lane hero for Apollo. Like I said, the position 5 gets picked up here, so it doesn't reveal where the Puck's going to lane, but they need someone to frontline. So with the Conqueror getting banned out, I feel like Neon pick up an Ember here. I think Ember looks really strong. It is an issue playing into a lot of the lockdown, but you probably build like a Usurp the BKB. Instead, they get rid of the Timber. Okay. I feel like they have the damage to do with the Timber. I guess that's why they ban it, just against the DK. So Quap, Ember, they can Earthshaker. They can call Earthshaker if they want to. That seems really good as well. Quap might be a little bit too much lockdown. Ember might be as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Who do they want? What does Yopaj want to play?
Remaining.
He had a really good Conquer last game. I am thinking about that Earthshaker matchup that we've seen quite often now in mid laners, just against the melee heroes. They're gonna Zeus.
You may now select
Ooh.
your heroes.
Okay, so they're relying on the Centaur Warrunner to be able to get on top of the Drow, but the issue is as well, I mean, if Zeus gets a lot of farm, you can just burst down the Drow. This will be an offlane Puck. So they are very squishy on Apollo. Was there a Tiny in the pool? A Tiny looks really good. I love Tiny against squishy heroes like this. And also just the AoE stun to stop the Willow from the Shadow Realm TP. So the good thing is that Dire, they're on, we'll speak about it when we get in the damn game actually. So I can show you guys what I mean. Who do I favor with this? I think Neon. I just like Neon's lineup. I mean, Drow Rangers really, Drow Rangers. I feel like it's not that strong right now unless you. I've seen a couple of Drow Visages lately, and that seems in a good position. But you know, the hero now that marksmanship has been getting nerfed. I mean, not being able to one hit the ancients, you know, really greatly reduces your farming speed. They don't have any tower. I guess you have the Dragon Knight to hit towers. Drow Ranger's not the worst as well. You need a couple of items until you feel comfortable with frontlining. The issue is that, you know, like, how do they... I don't know. I just feel like they're... It just seems really weird. I mean, I was going to say they have tower push. I was going to say they have ways to start the fight. They've got damage. I'm just coming down to I'm a little worried about how squishy they are. I think if you blow up the Oracle, then the Drow falls. And that's the issue with only having one initiator. Being the oh yeah, frame rate, FPS, and packet loss.
Prepare
Oh yeah,
for
let's go,
battle.
baby. Oh, I think that's the issue with only having one initiator into a Drow Ranger lineup, is that you're relying on the Centaur to get on top of the Drow. But I mean, if you do that, then you just have an Oracle who's going to be able to keep the Drow Ranger alive with the False Promise on the backline. So,
A gift from the night.
I mean, it's a big issue. We know no restarts ever help, but there's no reason not to try it out, right? Rappy is the Cypher up top. It's gonna brought pretty low here. And of course that TP is on cooldown for a long shot. Arrow's gonna be off the mark. He's gonna be forced to use a lot of tangos to cut through. He doesn't want to, and yeah, they're just gonna run straight back into the Dark Willow. They'll get vision thanks to the Fortune Zen. It looks like this will be first blood. That's a great way to start. Don't know who got it. Looks like it will be the Drow Ranger.
And a point well taken.
So we're going to allow these couple early Wraith Bands to come through. Surprise, he's not using the choreo, honestly, straight away. But it looks like Yopad just going to try and rotate over to help out with the Boundaries, considering there's no Centaur. One has got to be careful here. Fortune Zen only connects onto one. A lot of damage, actually. Arrow connects. Lightning Bolt's about to come back up shortly. They don't need it. Play hard. Finds a kill. They're not the first blood, but... About Centaur Orchard stumped after getting first blooded. But yeah, not the first blood unfortunately, but a little bit of gold for the Zeus. Already has the mango and the cell coming out. Anything else? Double mango. Oh yeah. So after that assist, that's what feels good, man. Poof. So for anyone that's just tuned into the stream, with you know, DOTA TV's not been too kind to us tonight, so you know, there's nothing we can do about this lag. Just understand we're going to try and do our best to cast through it, but appreciate everyone's patience. You know, I've got to also go through it like you guys, but we'll see how this game goes. It should be pretty interesting with the Drow Ranger lineup. I mean, they're not going to scale, so this game either ends late. I wonder if he got the stun on the DK. No, he didn't. I was going to say, if he got the stun, then I think the Zeus is dead here with the creeps, but you already see he went for the 202 build, so doesn't matter though. Force to pop the cell, but we'll be fine. Meanwhile, Cypher already queued up the phase boots as well, recognizing him, and it's going to be Willow down bot. Try and chase him down here. A couple more right clicks will be enough. They're able to find this Willow, and now Yagami is going to get forced out of experience range thanks to the Ogre Magi. It'll be interesting to see how they want to level up the Ogre. We saw last game, actually, they put a couple of points in the Ignite, which is kind of surprising considering the Ogres usually, you know, max out the Fire Blast and also the Bloodlust. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, usually I like Bloodlust on the position 5, or just in general in the Ogre. It just allows you to be able to, you know, be this really heavy trading position 5, or just Ogre in general, either position 5 or 3.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Cypher's got some retaliate stacks as well, so they got to be careful with their positioning. I mean, if they get caught like close to the hoof stomp, he's also about to have his boots, so I'd like to see him go pick this up. And he will. Where'd you arrow? There you go. Boots now picked up. So they have a fair bit of kill potential. If they get the hoof stomp into Arrow, they're actually going to try and chase down the Drow Ranger. Cut through the trees. Fortune Sen's going to fly through, but play hard on the side as well with the leap forward. As the Arrow, if wants to set it up, looks like Radiant may have dived a little bit too far here. A couple more leap charges still remaining. Cypher's going to be able to get in range, and knife 2-man hoof stomp. They use the Arrow as well, just connects for the Drow Ranger, so if they find the kill. A lot of damage, however, on Cypher, and he's got to be careful with the Purifying Flames coming through. Looks like he will be fine, forced to pop the Salve, and he's going to be able to run himself away. They find the kill on the Drow Ranger pretty early on. Comes back to land with the double Wraith. In the meantime, we got to be careful of once Zeus hits that level 6 as well. I mean, there's going to be a lot of aggression across the map. You already see, you know, Ogre falling pretty low. Mainly top, just the kill potential that they have. So, you know, once his Zeus hits level 6 with a Thunder God's Wrath, they will have a lot of kill potential throughout the game. Quite the arrow. Down bot. How's this going? We haven't paid too much attention just yet. Bramble Maze. Gonna get chucked to. Home missile as well. Nana's gonna try and follow up here. We'll be fine. Gonna get a doink on the head, but looks like RR might have overset the mark here. Oh, I don't think the damage connected. I mean, it's a little hard to tell. Regardless, Dragon Knight went for the double bracer as well, so the magic resistance is going to be super strong. It's also just going to help tank up this game against, you know, the early aggression. Radiant are going to try and make some space for the gyrocopter, who will try and take some stacks throughout the area. And it doesn't look like Neon have actually started stacking for the gyro, which is a little bit worrisome. They can do that as the game goes on. Quick Shadow Realm's going to stop RR from connecting with the Fire Blast. Takes a bunch of damage here. Fire Blast follow up. Now the Shadow Realm on cooldown. They will get the home missile follow up, and it looks like Nana's going to end up falling here. Couple more right clicks. Young God's going to be careful, however. Falling incredibly low himself. But this is a much better start for the gyrocopter considering last game. You know, that Bristleback wasn't looking too good for the good old Young God, but looks like they're going to be able to get 3 bounty runes for the boys over on Radiant. And meanwhile, Yopaj, a bit pressured underneath the tower here. So Endless with the double bracer, and he's got 2 points up in the Dragon's Blood. He's been able to tank up through a lot of the constant harass coming through from the Zeus. And he does hit level 6 now as well. I don't think this is a kill, but it looks like Mirana's probably going to rotate over, use the arrow to get the catapult. And yeah, they will. So no pressure provided. I mean, it's just making sure the Dragon Knight can't put any chip damage onto the tier 1 tower. Wait, wait, hang on a second. Zeus has 12 denies. He's got 87 damage. I'm honestly certain they buffed up Zeus's base damage, because I swear it was never this high. Bot lane. Bramble Maze will get dropped. Brute's going to hold Young God in place, but he's still going to try and close the distance. And now the Bramble Maze. Chuck up the ultimate just for the vision here, RR with a Fire Blast, but there will be a silence. Meanwhile, up top, Oracle's going to end up dropping a quick orb away, but it looks like Nana may get chased down here. Meanwhile, they lose the Drow Ranger as well. So Cypher, 2 kills up top, play hard, and Cypher able to close the distance. Yopaj just helping out. That's probably a couple assists for the Zeus, and it is 4 assists early on. So the big issue is, I mean, we saw that Yopaj had quite a lot of denies. Yagami should be fine with the orb. He had quite a lot of denies, so this Elder Dragon form came a lot later than I thought. And maybe if he was able to pop the Elder Dragon form and pressure out the Zeus, I guess it wouldn't really matter, because the Mirana still rotated over to deny the catapult push potential that they may have provided. But right now, I mean, it's a 3k gold net worth lead for Radiant. All the cores are farming up incredibly well, and we see they're just going to continue the pressure on the Drow Ranger here. Arrow will connect. Cypher's going to be able to close the distance. He has the Stampede if need be. Nice gush back, but will it be enough? Once the silence is over, they're just going to close the distance. They don't have to retaliate sacks. There's going to be a rotation coming through from the puck, but it's not enough. They find the Marina up the side. He's going to go for a TP out. No way to cancel this. Fortune's End. Looks like it a little bit too long to cast. So it's a 1-for-1. They do still find the Drow Ranger kill, which is massive, because it's a lot harder for Drow Ranger now to fall back to the jungle. I mean, the good thing is you have this triangle camp which Drows still do farm up reasonably well. I mean, the marksmanship is not as good as what it used to be. Oh, mid. They might set up with the lightning bolt into the arrow. Elite forward, but Endless is going to be fine. Thunder God's Wrath's going to get popped here. Lightning Bolt. They might turn their attention now to the Oracle. Falling incredibly low thanks to the Starstorm. Already level 3 in that queue for play hard. And they find the kill. And in the meantime as well, Nana down bot once again is going to end up dropping here. Radiant have used all the shrines. So it looks like it's not a whole lot they can do. No bottle charges either on Yopaj. Oh. Lucky for them, there's a regen down bot. So I'm gonna imagine play hard bottles himself, and then they allow Yopaj to get the regen. Yep. Lightning bolt just to scout out. There we go. Keep lightning bolt everywhere, baby. And scout. They've got no wards in the area, so I like this. I talk about this constantly when you're versing a We're going to try and set up here. Fire Blast. Will it be enough stun for the arrow? The creeps are going to might tank up this up, so it's not the longest duration for the arrow. A couple of rotations coming through as well. Yagmi's trying to get up the coil. Connects onto 3 here, but Zeus still outputting the damage. Nana's going to rotate over as well. They got to be careful. He'll drop the Bramble Maze. Play hard, falling incredibly low. Yopaj doesn't have the ultimate as well. He's going to get chased down here. Shadow Realm for the damage. With that lightning bolt, I mean, Wen has to be very careful. He might think about turning it. Luckily, he doubles back in time because the Thunder God's Wrath was about to come back up. Space for the Centaur up top tower. You see him pushing in this tower. Got a couple of Retaliate stacks. This tower is going to end up falling very fast for them. Be able to take this one. Not a whole lot that FTD can do because in the meantime, Jar Ranger forced to fall back to the jungle. Arrow. I still don't know if they get this kill. They've got a lot of magic damage, but with the double brace, I mean, he's got 3 points in the Dragon's Blood. He's going Blink as well. I've got to imagine he gets a pipe this game. I mean, there is so much magic damage from Radiant that I actually have no idea how you don't build a pipe this game if you're DK. But looks like Zeus is going to rotate over down bot. Just going to try and set up for these bounty runes. Of course, wants them for the bottle. I've got no idea if they picked... I mean, I'm sure he picked them up. They're not anywhere near him, but this is interesting. He's gone for the boot to travel first build as well. So it looks like he just kind of wants to be everywhere across the map. You know, cast his abilities, push out a lane, go back to base, and then be able to join the fight as well. Gonna try and set up on the DK once again. They'll TP in with a Stampede. Lightning Bolt into the arrow. Wayne's on the backline as well. He's got the False Promise, so it's going to be able to keep the Dragon Knight alive. And looks like they'll turn their attention now to the Oracle. Yagami. Does he have the coil? However, it looks like it's still on cooldown. And Radiant, they force a couple of rotations mid. They get nothing out of it. A nice rotation from the Oracle. Keeps that Dragon Knight alive. That's going to be it. All that engagement is Young God now top of the net worth. Like I said, much better game than he had last. Yeah, the Bristleback wasn't a good shining point for Radiant, but you know, the good thing is that Young God, if they shine without him, oh, feels bad, man. The Dragot. Not a lot. To be honest, not a lot.
Dire structures are fortified.
Who knows? Maybe this will not do anything, but I think I don't know how Dire really hold this. I mean, it's so much. The issue is they're going to be going into a crap load of damage that Radiant can just output all of a sudden. You know, they're going to hit this massive, you know, power spike. Once Zeus gets Ags, I think Drow Ranger can't stay alive. Like, she'll need a Hurricane Pike, but even then, it's just going to be so rough. And you see Cypher is also incredibly fast. So this Blink pickup is going to be, you know, there at a very early time. He's got the Phase and the Quelling Blade. He should be fine, but, I mean, Oracle's in the area for the Fortune's End. They need rotations. They should be the Stampede on cooldown. They'll chuck out the Bramble Maze, but it looks like they will be fine. So, deny these creeps. That's just free gold, baby. What? Drow as well. Continuing the net worth lead, I should say. Got enough gold for the point booster if you want to go down that route. So just the side gunner build we're seeing quite often on the gyros, furthers the farming speed, but not to mention, I mean, it's just a lot of damage output. If you get stunned, etc., I mean, you're still gonna have these side cannon procs coming through. So it also acts as a reasonably good item to help you tank up. But this is route to travel now completed on the Zeus. Just went for the triple null into the bot, so it's gonna have a lot of participation across the map. Play hard has the urn as well, so probably gonna end up finishing like a spirit vessel to help deal with the Dragon Knight, their really only tanky hero. It's gonna stop a lot of the heals coming through from the Oracle. You see, there is a hood picked up on the DK as well, so we spoke about how probably not gonna go straight for a blink, or at least afterwards he'd get like a hood or a pipe. This is a Veil also picked up on the Pox, so Pox been able to get a decent amount of farm across the map. You see Mirana once again is also incredibly farm. This position for Mirana that Play Hard keeps playing. I mean, 5, 2, and 3, 4,100 net worth. They're going to try and protect this tier 1 tower mid. This is big for them. I mean, you've got so much wave clear with the Zeus. Just at least sit like an ogre in the front line as well to protect the tower. That's my main concern. Like, this tower should not fall. Next Elder Dragon form is going to drop, but yeah, do exactly that. Just body the Dragon Knight out of the lane. Arrow. That's just gonna set up for the Invis rune. Really, nothing else. But there will be a smoke. Kind of surprised about the smoke considering the Elder Dragon form's down. But I guess if they find a kill mid, they might be able to get the tier 1 tower, even if it's on cooldown. They're gonna wrap all the way around. Probably get a ward on the backline here. Maybe put some pressure against that tower. Paz should push up pretty far here. Play hard also scouts out the Drow. The smoke's gonna pop. They get the coil as well. Thunder God's Rat's gonna fly through. A lot of damage on the Drow Ranger. Looks like the silence will be there. Play hard should be fine. They have a sentry. They're gonna drop it, but he runs straight into Endless here. A stun will be there. Looks like Mirana is gonna end up dropping here. It's a double kill for Yagami. In the meantime, it's happening down bot. Cypher's just gonna continue the push. They rotate the gyro into the jungle. It's going to allow Cypher to be able to take the tower. Looks like, what's he got coming out on the corridor? A blink now completed. Just setting up for the bounty runes. Going to presume is able to get all of them down bot. Mid lane, there's that second Elder Dragon form like we were speaking about as well. I guess it's probably like 3rd, 4th now. But yeah, that next Elder Dragon form like we were speaking about where they were able to take the tower. I wonder if there's a timing for Dire, because I mean, they've got to win this game pretty early. I think Drow Ranger really comes back to more of that. You don't really scale that well into the late game anymore with the nerfs to marksmanship. And I definitely don't think he scales nearly as well as a Gyrocopter core. So this is going to be interesting to see how they play this one out. I mean, he's 800 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter. You see how farmed he is, but I guess that's also to mention. I mean, this DK is doing a hell of a job. Down bot, stun. Slideshow. They find the Oracle. They'll pop the Stampede for the slope. It's going to allow them, of course, to close the distance as well. And with the Fire Blast, they're going to try and rotate in, but I don't think it'll be there in time. Blink on the back. They do get the Terrorize. How many it connects on, we're unsure of just yet. However, nice curl is going to connect onto Food with the Terrorize as well. The curl is going to break here. They got to be careful. It looks like they should be fine. Curse Crown's going to pop in. Now Yagami might be in a situation. We'll be able to get the orb away. Stun's going to be off the mark, but they should be able to follow up. They've got so much magic damage right now. The home missile is going to fly, and they will be able to bring down the puck here. Looks like Nana joins him in the afterlife as well. XD. That was fun. But now, Young God back to farming. Take a look at the last hits. Drow Ranger, I mean, is top of the last hits considering, but 3 deaths, and she's still doing pretty well. But I mean, a lot of the farm right now. Jari's been a part of 6 kills compared to the 4, 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, and 3. So this is just why the Gyro is, having a much better game right now. This Aghanim's now completed. Gotta imagine he goes for a BKB. Butterfly looks super good this game as well. Just want to blink forward. Centaur stun. Arrow will connect. They drop the coil once again, but without the terrorize to follow up, they're going to try and make this fight happen, however. And this will rotate in. Gyrocopter's going to get bursted down here. Nana, so much damage thanks to the Bedlam. It looks like Radiant. They're going to try and disengage, however. RR will split up to the north. No, don't run to your ward, so they drop the sentry. Oh, lucky. Oh, TP. Alright, we'll be fine. I don't think that... I guess they could have cancelled it, but... I'm going to state once again, I do apologize, guys, for the lag. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. It's really just game to game. We've seen with 1 out of the 7 games tonight have been unlaggy, so... Not a whole lot. We're trying to do as much as we can. So I appreciate everyone sticking by through the slideshow that is the Dota 2. BKB being worked on Young God. So like we spoke about, probably going to go for this item. Just stops a lot of the magical damage from Dire. I mean, just the stuns. It just allows him to run through the front line and not really have a care in the world. You can follow up freely with the with the Centaur. It's just a really key item. I mean, I feel like we never see Gyros not get this. It's just you hate getting kited by Gyro. Like with Gyro, it's just very annoying. It's a lot harder to get kited, I must say, considering you have the Stampede, but in the end. Yeah, give me, what's he going for? So Blink will be the next item of choice. It's going to give them a little bit of initiation, considering the Dragon Knight finished the BKB. And he hasn't got the Midas as well. Midas probably would have been way too greedy for the Dragon Knight, considering you've got this Drow Ranger continuing to farm up in the jungle. Stun will be there. They did with the arrow, the stomp follow up as well, but do they have enough damage follow up? And they do. Zeus with the Thunder God's Wrath gives them the damage output. Cypher's the one to claim the last few damage thanks to the retaliate stacks. He went for the evasion as well.
Dire's top tower is
I wonder if he like
attack.
picks up a halberd this game. Seems pretty strong. But top's gonna get pushed in. Of course, I mean, we know how strong a Centaur is at pushing, you know, with the retaliate. Just to return damage onto the towers. And in the meantime, it's just gonna allow them to continue the farm. Once Zeus hits this Aghanim's timing, Drow's gonna have a very difficult time to actually take the fight.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom
Considering
tower
he's
has
still a
fallen.
fair way away from this Blink Dagger. Now, tier 2 is going to fall up top. They got the bounty runes as well that they can fall back on. It looks like it will be a 2 for 2. They're given a fair bit of space for the Drow, however. It looks like Radiant haven't made any smoke rotations really to infiltrate this triangle camp area. And we see a lot of cores get lost in here. I don't remember who called it. It was either Lizard. I'm not going to take it for myself because it's a pretty good call, but it was either Lizard or Kyle said that this is like the Bermuda Triangle. You know, we see a lot of cores, a lot of carriers just kind of get lost in this triangle area of farming. And honestly, it's a perfect name for it. Oracle's going to get caught out here. Terrorize is going to fly, but will it be there in time? Meanwhile, down to the south with the Bedlam as well. They're going to try and find the Mirana here, but the Scepter will give them a little bit of space. The cooldown's going to fly, and they find the Dark Willow. But meanwhile, up to the north, Centaur, the Silence is there. He's pretty tanky. I don't know if they can bring him down, considering they used a couple abilities on him already. Refire's about to come back up. Okay, it looks like they do bring him down. BKB popped on Endless as well. He's going to try and get aggressive on Young God. They got the movement speed slow coming through from the Drow Ranger. Your Scepter's going to provide a little bit of space, but it's not enough. Jared does fall. Ogre Magi somehow walks away on a slither of HP, so... I mean, they do, you know, get the gold swing there, I must say. I mean, about 800 gold swing. Their cores stay alive. Dire, they lose 2 of their cores here, and once again, it's kind of feels very similar to last game. I mean, Gyrocopter, sorry, I should say Young God. He kind of on the bristleback. They gave him a bunch of stacks. Feels like he got an item. You know, there could have been a key power spike coming through, and then he kind of just fed away his life. And they kind of did this rinse and repeat for, you know, every 4 or 5 minutes. And then that just allowed, you know, the enemy team, Invictus Gaming, who that was, to just build off these pickoffs that they kept getting on him. And I don't know why they're taking the fights before Gyro's got this BKB. I mean, you see he's just getting completely controlled and absolutely melted as well. I like the, one thing we haven't spoke about is the puck coil into the Terrorize. You know, just being able to, of course, deliberately make them break the coil for the damage and also the follow-up stun. We might see it here just in action. Cypher will blink forward. They find the Mirana. We'll be able to drop the coil. So no way. Play hard. We'll be able to escape. A quick find for them. Endless claims the kill. No tier 1 tower for them to net here. But it looks like Radiant, they're going to make their own smoke play and try and find the Drow. This is very bad, I think. I don't like what Yopaj just did there. Puts too much aggression on the Drow. Forces a rotation from the DK. But Radiant... So Dire recognize this exact movement. They're going to follow the smoke here. They're going to try and protect the Drow Ranger, who's sitting on top of the shrines. Already popped it. Nimbus is down as well, but they do have Thunder God's Wrath. I don't think they have enough damage for this kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, however, Gyro is going to get caught once again. Is he alive? Okay, he's alive. Looks like Drow's alive too, but they might be able to catch him on the back line. Quick blink away from the Centaur. I still don't want Radiant to take this fight. They dropped the Nimbus. I mean, multicast onto the Oracle. Home missile follow up as well with the Thunder God's Wrath. Oracle will get obliterated. In the meantime, Yopaj is going to be able to join the fight here. They drop the coil, connects onto 2. Where's the terrorized follow-up as well? It's going to get chucked out here. Yagami falling low, but a BKB popped on Young God. There's going to be a buyback coming through from the Oracle, but Radiant, they're taking a bunch of damage here. They got to be careful. They have dealt with the Drow Ranger, but Endless in the middle of this all with a false promise going to turn his attention to the Zeus. A blink 4 from Cypher, but it's just not enough. There's going to be a buyback coming through from the Puck as well. Zeus somehow still alive, doesn't have the TP, and it's going to allow Yagami to close the distance. Dead for 70 seconds. That's an unstoppable spree. They also catch the Mirana as well. Has one more leap charge, but Yule Scepter on cooldown, so with the Curse Crown, it's going to stun him up here. And he closed the distance, however. Endless needs to get in range, but it doesn't matter. No. With the Shadow Realm, finds the kill. He's got enough gold for the blink as well. So now he's going to be able to follow up constantly. They just picked up 2 blinks. This is really big timing for Dire, actually. A blink on the DK, a blink on the Dark Willow if he wants to go for this. So you can, like I said, follow up with the Coil, which is max level now. So, you know, the break stun duration and also the damage is pretty high. And all of a sudden, I mean, Gyro, 3 deaths, and he is not top of the net worth. In fact, it's the Dragon Knight who, with this Maelstrom and Breathe Fire, is able to farm incredibly fast. And I'm very glad he went for the Hood instead of that straight blink, because it's just allowed him to play a lot more aggressive. We saw, you know, if he went for the blink, he may have been brought down a couple of times with the early magic damage that Radiant were able to output. But in fact, you know, the Hood kept him alive for a little while longer. And now he is firmly ahead in the top of the net worth. And Gyro just having a really good time as well. They need to get a lot more farm on Young God. That's the issue right now. And working on the Maelstrom, it looks like next. But it's just looking rough. I mean, they're able to make plays across the map. They could find this Drow Ranger. I'm surprised they didn't. What? That's a kill, man. What? Oh, maybe he needs retaliate stacks, but I feel like if Cypher gets the stun with double edge and maybe a couple Nimbus procs. How many hit? What's the interval? Oh, it's a massive cooldown. I didn't know it was that long. Endless with the blink, but it's going to get cancelled. No, forward. Do they have detection? How to follow up? It does with the coil. It's going to get popped here instantly, but with the Bedlam as well, Zeus is going to get obliterated. A nice blink forward. It's going to be able to catch on 2. Zeus does not have buyback. They're fighting pretty deep on Dire. They got to be careful. They're already going to lose 2. Young God's going to initiate forward. Endless on the front line. A couple of multicasts coming through. Cypher ready and waiting for that counter initiation here, but the BKB is going to get popped. And looks like Radiant going to try and disengage afterwards, or will they? Cypher's still on the hunt. Nice dodge. And they are 3 for 1. Dive a little too far, but once again, I mean, this Zeus is still incredibly farmed. Doing reasonably well on the level, so that is still a big kill, but in the meantime, you know, Gyrocopter able to net himself a couple of kills. So now Maelstrom complete. Now what does he pop it? It's got to be the Wraith Band, yeah. Oh, there we go. Satanic's going to be the next item of choice, so just wants a Maelstrom to help with the farming speed, I guess. It is a lot of damage throughout the team fight. It's just more magical.
There's Maelstrom. How often do you guys see this? Maelstrom puck. Manta has been completed by the Drow, but she might end up going down here. The BKB gets used. Can Rappy finish her off? No! But that is a forced BKB. Right? Every charge you get out of her is going to be super value. Once that gets down to 5 seconds, you do have the crowd control needed to kill her off. Oh. Endless. Play hard. Tries to get the leap away. Cursed Crown, but they have the multicast here. Now they're going to turn around. Nana gets away with the Moonlight Shadow, but will be stunned up by the arrow. The false promise is there to keep her alive. But will the Dark Willow be able to be healed enough? Nope. That must have been really close, though. Actually, the healing... Oh, the arrow won't land. Yeah, now they're looking for Roshan. They see Playhard come out of the pit. Peens are there. Endless jumps in, gets the control onto Playhard. Yagami jumps into the pit with that... oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They get 4. They're going to try to stay in here onto the Roche as well. Didn't have proper vision. That's always the danger of coming out the front of the pit. If they see you, they'll know exactly what's going on. FTD have such a good Roche fighting lineup. Lots of AoE in there. So now the Drow Ranger has an Aegis of the Immortal. But what can they do with it? Big Crimson Guard. Yopaj is working on a Kaya. Just wants more damage. They saw they could almost pop the Drow Ranger there. And that's what they want to do. However, if she finishes off this Hurricane Pike, it's going to be so difficult. She's got enough. The Drow has enough for the Hurricane Pike. But not that and buyback. They do have that Aegis though, so maybe we'll just go ahead and stick with that. Up to 2k gold lead for FTD. Apollo. Almost a 10,000 experience lead though. And this one with 25 strength. And then once he gets the 2 times... Well, what do you even go? Do you go the Dragon Tail or the Blood HP regen and armor? That would be another 16 HP regen and 12 armor. Which is a lot. And there's Hurricane Pike. So no longer can you just kind of throw the Nimbus down on the Drow Ranger. Did I watch the final yesterday? I watched some of it. It happens in the middle of the night for me. One, play hard, jumps away, but the pursuit from Endless, another Force Staff, they have the Stampede and they're going to have to commit it. That was just to get Playhard out of there. This Dragon Knight is certainly big, beefy, and troublesome. They jump forward. They have the control. Puck. Okay, Endless actually goes forward and Yopaj melts to him. Playhard going for the TP out, will be able to, however. Rappy not quite so lucky. as that Ogre Magi gets chased down yet again. And it might be... It is looking pretty grim for Neon here. Go forward, hoof stomp, arrow! But the arrow landed onto a creep. Rappy has to use that BKB and just run away. They're trying to buy time for Zeus to come back alive. Arrow? Trying. 15 seconds still until Yopaj is back alive. Fortification comes out. Young God. His flat cannon literally just tickles them. He doesn't have the damage. Has to use the BKB, but the Aghanims was there for the puck. So he's still stunned forever. Juan does die as Rappy is able to assassinate him. And here comes the Zeus. Do they have the damage? The Drow Ranger, they pop the Aegis. Endless is going to go down. Do they have enough to kill her off a second time, though? Young God trying to get into it with the call down. That arrow, it's chasing quickly. It's going to be enough. And so they lose Arax, but they get 2 massive kills. And a buyback out of Wan. And if they can chase him down here, this is going to be disastrous. They lose Nana as well. There's the Fate's Edict, but it's just not enough. And they even get Yagami. It's a 6-for-1. This is everything Neon have just needed. They needed something like this, something to blow the game back open, allow them to get this. And with all of these pickoffs, fighting across the map, that's what this lineup does the best. Pause. Comes out from Young. Yagami bought back. Drow Ranger has buyback. Endless has buyback. Juan is dead for 50 seconds, 100%. Yeah. They're back. Do they continue this fight? Rappy doesn't have boots of travel, I don't believe. Nope. But this might be the only chance that you get to take high ground here. Even it up a little bit. And here they go. Young God with the Aghanim Scepter is just tearing apart this building. They drop the Nimbus just as a little bit of preliminary protection. And they're even going to stick around. They want Arax. They want it so bad. Young God, he has BKB if he needs it. The blink away, still 7 seconds. Okay, they get rooted up, but can they get out? The Moonlight Shadow. No buybacks were committed aside from Yagami's, but they got what they wanted. They got an entire lane of racks. They broke high ground, which means now they can take out the shrines and take back map control from FTD.Apollo. Suddenly, what had been looking like this was strictly FTD.Apollo's game to lose, and looks like they may have done just that. Win percentage jumps back up to 80%. But Young God and RR are here. So is the Drow. Juan takes out that Observer Ward, and that's going to signal for Neon to get back. Yopash is 25. He gets the Arc Lightning. Who else is 25? Endless. Went for the Dragon Tail stun. Yungod and Yagami are both very close. I'm interested if Yagami goes the 420. I guess this early, you kind of need to. Thinking. Goes Rapid Fire. Dream Coil Rapid Fire. Here we go, guys. Oh, that's hype. That's hype. I haven't seen this in ages. This game, both teams feel like maybe the next fight could be the last, as they are all just so grouped up. Oh, they're looking for Young God. The Young God, he smells something in the water. He will just go ahead and TP back to his base. Luckily for him, as he would most assuredly have been dead. Now Neon, they're looking for FTD.Apollo, but FTD.Apollo, they're all on the other side of the map. Okay, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a who's going to flinch first. As Rapi is going to get this lane pushing. Yagami has come back. Everyone has a TP scroll except Yagami, who doesn't need one because they're already back at the base. Okay, arrow way too early. And that tower will go down and the defense is mounted. Oh wait, actually is it though? No, Juan is here, but he can't get in range in time. 120 seconds without Yagami. They really need this puck. All of those missiles come raining through onto Juan. The hoof stomp onto the Drow Ranger. She does have the BKB. Gets saved by the false promise. Young God just hitting objectives here. He knows that those won't respawn. Rafi uses the BKB. Stampede and Neon are going to retreat. They are going to withdraw out of there. Maybe actually look for a re-engage. Young God really, really wants that Rax. Can he get out of here though? He's taken so much damage. He uses the BKB. Rafi goes down. He doesn't have buyback. Another call down. Endless is taking way too much. If he dies, he's dead 100. He doesn't have enough gold for buyback. But Young God, way too low, does not want to continue the assault onto the base of FTD.Apollo.
A fitting bounty.
Roshan is back alive. Actually, Playhard wants to continue the assault. Oh, they get the Hex. Drow Ranger, she's so low, she's dead. And it looks like Neon, they've probably done it with 90 seconds without the Drow. 60 gold away from buyback. As Young God, they just go tier 4s and the GG gets called. Neon. They let the Drow Ranger farm up, become a problem to be dealt with. And then they were able to find the chinks in the armory of FTD.Apollo. That one retreat from the high ground was just disastrous for them. Anyway, I'm Kranz. Thank you guys for joining me. That is but only game number 1. There is a game number 2 on its way. So you guys should all make sure to stick around. If you have enjoyed the casting, please do follow the channel. And we will be getting into game number 2 in just a moment. See you soon. Guys. 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 Guys.
Dyer's
Guys.
turn to make all the wrong
Guys.
choices.
They didn't ban TA, guys. Do Neon pick it up?
Radiant team are now picking.
Templar Assassin.
Yes. Yes, they do. Now, Purge Creep from Shen could potentially allow them to deal with this TA.
Their mind. 10 seconds to pick.
I hope that was
5
someone.
seconds. Hurry,
Oh,
hurry.
that's the Young God just getting back.
Radiant's ban.
Okay, Venomancer. So they've got a lot of ticks to deal with refraction. You have to ban Lycan here as Neon. I think FTD.Apollo will pick up the Lycan next phase. No, this is the second
Only 10 seconds.
Infexio.
5 seconds remain.
Game number 2 is here. Murano's band, Murana, Lina, Earthshaker.
Dyer's ban.
Gyro. Okay. Now we saw Young God play Bristleback. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't an amazing Bristle game. Coddle's banned, so I don't actually think they're going to go Bristleback.
10 seconds to pick.
What
5
do they
seconds.
ban here?
Hurry.
Puck, Drow.
Radiant's ban.
Okay, they go with the Lycan. I thought that would be one. Who else do they ban? I think Drow. Like, FTD.Apollo threw that game last game. I mean, they both threw the game. But the fact that Neon were able to
Dyer's ban.
pull that victory together was really impactful. Or was really impressive. But it felt like it was more like FTD.Apollo all split up and went different ways, and Neon just called it perfectly.
Dyer's
And
turn
we're
to
able to
all
send the
wrong
exact
choices.
correct number of people.
Tidehunter.
Okay, there you go. They ban out the Centaur. You ban Slark, pick Tide. Tide's really great against Venomancer and Shen.
Only 10 seconds.
Axe for the Radiant.
5 seconds remain.
Why? Why Axe though? Do they have, like, is Yagami a really great Axe player? They could try to sneak away with a Drow lineup again. Wouldn't be the worst.
Team are now picking.
Okay. So this is going to be Core Venomancer. It's the Drow lineup again. My thing is, if it turns out to be the Drow lineup,
5 seconds.
all you have to do is ban DK and you win. Because problem with draw lineups is they aren't very tanky. And so with a TA in the game, pop, 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 your team will just explode into psionic smithereens.
Skywrath Mage.
Now, I kind of wonder if that pick was a block pick. Because I was just thinking Skywrath would be amazing for FTD.Apollo here. Getting the silence onto the TA, lock her down, don't let her get out of there. Mystic Flare also will burn through refraction real quick.
5 seconds remain. Dyer's ban.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Okay. What?
Only 10 seconds.
What? Magnus.
5 seconds. Hurry!
You're
hurry.
definitely not picking Magnus without something to pair it with.
Radiant's ban.
Okay, they just go with the safe neutral option of the Juggernaut. Lifestealer? I think it's going to be a Lifestealer pickup by Apollo here.
Seconds to pick. 5 seconds remain.
Who would Neon then pick to deal with a Lifestealer?
Radiant team are now picking.
They banned the Shrek.
Dire team are
It's
now
not
picking.
like Troll. Axe. Right? I guess you don't really have room for an axe.
Only 10 seconds.
Sven?
5 seconds. Hurry! Hurry!
Ember Spirit? Ember Spirit's not bad. Ember Spirit's not too bad of an idea here. Weaver? Weaver is iffy against Troll, though. They could go Weaver. Slardar, actually. Yes. Yes. Slardar here. Yes. I think. Am I missing something that Slardar wouldn't be good? I'm kind of annoying to run at a Venomancer. But he should win the lane against the Troll. Or, no, he wouldn't be against the Troll. He'd be against the Magnus. Yeah, Slardar. Abaddon? I have a magnificent beard, thank you. I want Abaddon or Slardar. I think those would be too good. Abaddon would be really good here, actually.
Bloodseeker.
Choose your hero.
Bloodseeker. Okay, well, we have Monkey Shen with Juan playing Endless on the mid Venomancer, Nana as the Rubik, Yagami as our Magnus, and a Troll Warlord to round out FTD's Apollo's draft. They'll be going up against Yopash's TA, RR on the Ogre Magi, Rappy as that Tide Hunter, Play Hard on the Skywrath Mage, and Young God as the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker's not bad here. He'll win the lane against Magnus pretty hard. Also, you can rupture Troll Warlord and run away. And then Troll Warlord will just chase you while bleeding to death until he finally dies at the end of his battle trance. It's good at clearing out Shen creeps. It's okay. I still would have preferred Abaddon. But Bloodseeker's not bad. And a lot of things do come down to personal preference on the hero, right? You don't want to have to be playing a hero that you don't like and that you don't feel like you play well. So it's possible that Young God also may have just been like, give me Bloodseeker. It's not like Bloodseeker's like countered here or is a terrible pick. So he definitely still has the potential to do a lot. What do you guys think about this? Who do you guys think will be able to win this? They are really high ranked. You bet your wife on Neon?
I saw that ending from miles away.
Interesting.
Can't escape your sins.
The timing of that voice line from Shen was pretty spot on. Jungle creeps give significantly less gold bounty and experience than lane creeps. Who can get first 10 kills? I think Neon will. Like,
I'll take it.
RR on the Ogre Magi, he's going to be pretty potent. It's kind of hard to kill a Tide Hunter in lane. And, like, this combination, you just get one stun into Concussive Blast, or Concussive Shot, and just run them down. I'm interested to see how how Endless does in this mid lane on this Venomancer, though. Wait. Farming in the jungle can be dangerous! You may want to buy and place a few wards to prevent enemy attempts to ambush you. Bum bum bum. Channeling a town portal scroll will take longer if another hero has teleported to the same area recently. Well, thank you. Holding Alt will display additional information in the descriptions of several abilities and items. The information that we are getting is incredible. Young God, Bloodseeker, has reconnected to the game. Can we just go? Let's go. Let's go. Let's play some Dota. Let's do it. Nope. What is this? Oh, that's Skyrath's wings. They're like, what are these weird glowing things above the courier is even looking at them. He's like, what are those? What happened? Hey, Skyrath, I think you lost something over there. I will say I love the fact that, like, instead of just dropping the weapon and it just kind of like coming back to him, he actually puts the weapon in his talon for this taunt.
They'll never find your grave.
Montejo Crash. What is that book? Is that the Book of Sam? Guards of the Scion Inquisitor. More often than not, enemies of the Hidden Temple are condemned not by crimes they've committed, but by secrets they've uncovered. Within the Violet Archives are blueprints for weapons that many would say should remain forgotten. Such a weapon is the Focal, which resonates with and channels the wearer's psyche into a blast of piercing power. How you doing in there, Tide? So do you think Tide just keeps spewing water into the helmet, or does the helmet just have, like, magic? We've got a G! Oh, wait. Someone went to the bathroom, apparently. FPS 200? Is that bad? Oh my gosh. Oh no, oh no. Oh wait, what? Rappy's like, wait, and Playhard's just like, no, we're not waiting anymore. Let's go. Young God, I think he's just testing it out a little bit. Still not quite happy with his connection, it seems. Neutral creeps with the slam ability will only use it when 3 or more valid targets are in range. Holding Alt and clicking on your buyback button or on your gold will alert your team of your buyback status. Oh, what is this tail? Acidic tail of the Hydra. Acid Hunter and Poison. I kind of like that. That looks kind of cool. How about you, Rubik? You got any items? No cosmetics for the Rubik. Magnus. The Horn of Magnus. Nope. Where is everyone else? This is the courier. What's this thing's name again?
I saw that ending from miles away.
Beetle Bark and Plod.
I shall not report you.
Golden Aegis. These two rebels are living proof that silent strangers from wildly different cultures can set aside their differences to help each other run as far away from home as they possibly can. Oh, that's kind of adorable. I was trying to find Shen. There's Shen. He's got the monkey. He's got the monkey, guys. gift from ... Scarab pendant of the priest kings. This is no false idol, but an idol true, from which the sacred scarab of the faith may one day spread its golden wings and fly. I'm not actually sure who Shen worships. Although they may not be knights, Shen incorporates beasts into the fold, in the same way he himself was converted.
I saw that.
So is his mind controlled? Using the mental link with his thralls, Shen calls down restoration and well-being to those who share his fanaticism. So Shen is just the leader of a cult. Like his anger, Troll Warlord's supply of axes is infinite.
Where were we? Radiant was pushing... Or was it? Okay, never mind. Everyone just go bottom.
If at first you don't succeed, strike again! Oh, what's the ogre's name? Can't remember their names right now. Stone something?
30 seconds to battle.
I hope not. Hope that's not what Shen is.
I saw that ending from miles away.
Although, the descriptions of his abilities do not exactly make Shen out to be, like, a good person. Shen. Neither is Dragonis, though. Dragonis is, like, kind of creepy.
Murder each other for my amusement.
Now you're fish food. You look ravaged.
I guess there was so much pausing, people just didn't want the bounty runes. Yagami gets pulled bottom by the Shen. And this is beautiful, right? So now Shen goes up top. And if they try to move the lanes again, they can just recall them.
Denied.
Ooh. Again, this is the lane I'm most interested in, though. Endless is just getting murdered by this Psy spray. Or by the Psy spill. Already has to use his self. Murder. I say murder. Oh, Yopash missed that last hit. It's fine. Oh, I think that may have just been a mistake. The G's come out. The G's go down.
Once again,
Here we go. Yagami in a lot of trouble here. But there's just not quite enough damage. We'll be able to get out, use the salve, and return to lane at pretty decent chunk of HP. Everyone is... Young God should be fine here, once he gets some levels. I mean, he is 8 and 3 already, compared to Yagami's 1 and 0. So, Young God really feeling the benefit of this tri-lane. Shen. What does this one do? Speed Aura. Gives you 12%. Not too shabby. Actually, Endless is beating Yopaj. Well, not beating. Basically just even. A little beating. A little beating. Well, I'm just going to pull the creep wave, deliver it straight to his wave. So Rappy's not going to have a great lane either. Nana, will this be first blood? No, Endless draws first blood shortly before Nana goes down. Despite play hard, and Endless is actually going to be able to survive this. 7 seconds. Okay, Endless has another self. Play hard might... No, he won't be dead. But did you see how much gold he got for that first blood? 500 gold. 555 gold for first blood. Okay, they skewer RR back into the tower. Do they have the damage? He uses the magic stick, but is it going to be enough? No, one more right click from Nana. And suddenly it's 3 for 1 on Neon.
Radiant have fortified their towers.
As Rappy did die as well. Yopaj going off, going to start jungling. Endless. Oh. He must be happy. Finds a regenerant. Actually, it looks like Playhard might just be taking over the lane. Will get snagged by that venomous Gale. And is able to get that. Yeah, so Yopaj just going off into the jungle. And they're gonna let play hard lane. Bounty runes. All 4 bounty runes will go the way of FTD.Apollo here, as this troll is absolutely free farming. Rappy's not doing terribly. He could be doing a lot better though. Pings out. Are they looking to go on to Endless here? Shen wrapping around the back, and Yopaj just spotted out one. But with Nana here, telekinesis, play hard, going for the TP home, but there's just too much damage. And now it's his turn to have to flee in terror. He doesn't have a TP scroll. Not quite. I think he's just going to have to run the long way. Endless trying to push this tower. Only has level 1 Plague Wards though, so they won't last very long. But with the Shen here as well, they should be able to take... well, not take it. They'll be able to do a lot of damage. Playhard shows up with Yopaj as well. Just trying to force them back off the tower. They don't want to let it go quite this easily. RR, he brings his buddy creep that's been following him for the last minute around, and Yopaj will kill it off. They had a friendship. Oh, Rappy is in trouble. Won't go for the anchor smash as he didn't want to risk getting ensnared, and is actually able to just walk away. Okay, this... oh man, that's right. Play hard Playard knows exactly how to stack these guys. You can triple stack this as a Skywrath mage. It is insanity. Okay, but Nana and Juan, they know what's going on. They know it's been too many times that they've lost, or that teams have lost against Yopaj on this TA because he is allowed to just keep farming. Meanwhile, Playhard gets dived in the mid lane and will end up going down with all of these creeps from FTD. They get the Bloodright onto the Troll Warlord, who does not have any points up in that battle trance, so it may take a while, but Young God does eventually get the kill. Endless takes the tier 1 tower, and they're trying to scout out any stacks that might be in the jungle.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Play hard, he has a sentry. They get it. They won't find this other sentry, but that's not the biggest deal. Endless finds Yopaj. And this is what you have to do, right? You have to constantly be going for this TA. Is in a lot of trouble now, does have one set of refraction to hide behind, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to lose Yopaj. Now Rappy trying to rotate in, doesn't have enough mana. They'll go ahead and use this with the troll coming. They get the Venomous Gale out onto RR, and he's going to go down next.
Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
But Young God will just keep farming himself.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
So I do really like what FTD.Apollo are doing here, where they're invading. They're going to be taking this triple stack as well. Or that's not a triple stack, just a double stack. Just trying to make sure that Yopaj isn't allowed to just absolute free farm the jungle. And you can see, look, Endless has top net worth, followed by the troll. And Playhard, who would usually be farming around now, realizes that he can't really show in lane, or they will just jump on him. Okay, 10 minutes, bounty runes. Okay, we'll be able to snag both, or 2 bounty runes this time, so each one has 2. Who has the best draft? I think with the way that they're playing right now, FTD.Apollo's draft is slightly better. They are pretty squishy, so that means that there is a lot of danger of if this TA can get a lot of farm, she will just start like 2-shotting heroes on FTD. But you can see that they're trying to keep the pressure up to prevent that from happening, which is super important. Oh, they'll realize that that's warded.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Feels bad, man. Yeah, so late game I'd say Neon have a better draft. The Troll Warlord is farming really well though. So like right now FTD.Apollo are actually pretty heavily out farming Neon. We see they've got that 2,000 gold lead. It's not really an experience lead, but gold is pretty important in this game.
Dire's middle tower taking
And like the movement control you have with a Shen being able to use the Divine Favor to just call people in willy-nilly. Pretty great. So we're up to a 3,000 gold lead. You can't spill onto other plague wards, can you? Actually, they're going for Endless here. With the Mystic Flare, do they even need Yopaj? The answer is no, but Blast gets stolen and Play Hard, he's going to be caught by the Telekinesis. He was trying to TP right on top of a Plague Ward. So at least they get the trade-off. Of course, thanks to the way that the comeback mechanics work, it is going to benefit Neon a little bit more. But we see Shen and Rubik moving their way up to the top lane.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
There is no Divine Favor available, and they don't have any way of slowing down Bloodseeker. So he is going to be able to run away. Rappy ends up dying to the Troll and Yagami. So the more gold and experience you have as a team and individuals, the more gold and experience any kills onto you is worth. So since FTD have more gold, which is indicated right here, than Neon, when, say, like, if you kill off Play Hard as FTD, you would get less gold, supposedly, than if Neon were to kill off Juan.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
And the Ungod disconnects yet again. Yeah, it makes sense, but occasionally it gets really confusing, and I think there's probably some glitches with it, because there are times when the numbers just don't make sense. Yopaj has Blink Dagger, working towards that Deso. Now they are pretty far behind, but Blink Deso is going to be... Let's look at Troll. He's almost got Sanj and Yasha. This Troll is disgustingly fed. There's a Veil up for the Venomancer, who is also going to be getting a mechanism to heal up his team alongside the Hand of God. That will be pretty impactful. Wait, they're both? Okay, Veno does change it. He had the mechanism queued up, but one is almost got a mechanism himself now. He's just 950 gold. Is mechanism really that cheap now?
Can't escape your sins.
Or it should be mechanism.
I shall not report you.
I think everyone just calls it mechanism though. God, that is a cheap item now.
Top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Hey, Yagami, TP's to the mid lane. They're just going to let the tier 1 tower go. They're going to try to trade it out for even more.
Is being attacked.
Get a tier 2 while you're at it. Buy one tower, take another free.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Dire's top tower is being attacked.
They will be able to take it, but now I don't think Neon even tried to defend this. Rappy has TP'd up there. He has Ravage. But these Plague Wards are going to be so frustrating.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Hey, I mean, they don't lose the tower. Yopaj gets to stay down here and continue pushing.
Bottom tower is being attacked.
Throws down that psionic trap onto the backside to see if anyone is TPing in, and
My thrift reward.
actually might be able to take the tower. They are wrapping around. They have caught on to the Troll Warlord, but I don't think they have any... Oh wait, here comes Young God on that Bloodseeker. They get the Ravage, but there are so many people here. RR is going to end up dying as there were 2 teleports and a rotation. But Yopaz, she's found one. This could be a big kill. He gets controlled up. Can they get onto him? The Psy Spill from his army just betrays their master. Down goes the Shen. And that's, okay, not quite the finished Deso. Still needs another 1,600 gold. And with the pressure that FTD.Apollo have been applying, it's not going to be easy to get. Play hard, might be in trouble. Rappy comes in, he has Ravage, but I don't think they want to use it. In fact, but they do. They don't want to, but they have to. They use it. Now Rappy on the retreat. All of these creeps are still here though. Yopaz trying to finish them up. They drop another Ravage onto the Troll Warlord. Yagami continuously threatens that out. Yopaj, he may have gone a little too deep, will blink away, but Young God, he gets slowed down. They drop the RP into the blood right. Young God, he is dead. And Yopaj is actually not going Deso. Wait. Yeah, Yopaj decides, no time for Deso, just get the BKB. I don't know about that. Deso seems so important to being able to... Oh, I see. If Yopaj just gets this BKB, you can split push pretty safely.
Radiant's bottom tower is demolished.
Leg.
Dire's top tower is under siege. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's
Okay,
top
looking
tower
for taking a tier 1 tower here. They will be able to do it, so going even on these tower trades is pretty good for Neon. Actually, a TP comes in. It looks like the tower will get denied. They get the stun out onto the Shen.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Yeah, Yagami's gonna go ahead and deny the tower.
Radiant's middle
Yopaj getting up there. Still thinking, still debating if it is BKB time or Deso time.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
As Neon rotating up onto Young God, they should be able to get this kill as well. He does have... Oh, he doesn't. He needs 50 gold. And Nana steals the Rupture. Oh, that's bad. There is buyback available, but he definitely doesn't want to be using it.
Radiant have fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Fortification comes out. They're trying to just clear out this creep wave, but there are so many Shen creeps here. Tower Ravage. Here comes Yopaz. They are able to finish off that Venomancer. The Hand of God comes out. Troll Warlord staying alive. Stolen Ravage only lands onto Play Hard and RR here. And with that, they're actually going to be able to push them back. They keep hold of their high ground. It is chipped, badly battered, but it is not broken. "20 minutes. Young God wants a bounty rune.
Tower is being
He does have the faster fingers, and the skewer back doesn't catch him. Okay, we'll see. What did Yopash decide on? He did go for the BKB. We saw it in that fight. Really, really needs a Deso now, though. Just give Yopash every scrap of farm you can find on the map. Yengod has his BKB coming out to him. And this is not an easy game for Neon. 4,000 gold in behind about 1,800 experience. FTD trying to snowball their early game advantage here. RR? Not quite sure what he's doing here. Just scouting out, using his body as a ward. If he dies, that's way better than Rappy dying, that's for sure. There's the troll, they jump into the Roche pit. They've got it, like, Neon have to know this is happening. They're kind of grouped up, but Rappy, he does have Blink Dagger, but no Ravage for another 15 seconds. And without the Ravage, they probably don't want to be fighting this. So it is going to be a free Roshan for FTD.Apollo. As the troll has finished off a Satanic already. God, he is farmed. This is gross. They just can clear out the creep waves just like that. Skewer forward from Yagami. But they're gonna keep him back.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Yopaz. This will be it. Has Deso. But has to buy out for it. This is going to be the hold that determines, can Neon actually hold this game together? As they're trying to just chip down away at the HP pool of the Troll Warlord. And it looks like FTD.Apollo, they'll be happy enough with keeping Neon cooped up in their base, fall back. Troll TP's down so he can continue farming, but remember, Divine Favor is always ready and waiting. So if they want the troll back there, they can get him back in, what? 3 seconds, I think? 6 seconds. Here he comes. But they're going to rotate around in the back lines. Nana is going to get caught out. He is dead. Rappy with the jump forward. They've killed off one. What more can they find? Yagami going for the skewer forward. Gets it onto Yopash. This TA needs to get out of here. That BKB Yagami is taking a lot of damage. Does end up going down. Troll Warlord trying to catch the vision onto RR. They will be able to trade him out. But that was the exact fight that Neon needed, I think. It's going to scare FTD.Apollo back a little bit. They still have the Aegis for another 2.5 minutes, though. And Troll really wants to finish off this tower. But that does drop their gold lead down a little bit. Arcane Bolt gets stolen by Nana. But there's the hold, and they're going to be just destroying these creep waves everywhere they can. Okay, Young God. Oh, look at the troll go. Battle Transit just didn't give him quite enough movement speed. Okay, Rafty gets picked up. Another 3 bounty runes for FTD.Apollo. As they will slowly lose their towers. Ever so slowly. But it's actually... experience is in favor of Neon right now. Venomancer has that blink, is going for Aghanims. As they take another tower, the troll walks up. He has to be careful. Only a minute left on that Aegis. Not in danger of dying during, or of happening during this engagement, but who is leading? FTD are leading currently. But they're kind of on a timer. Yagami's almost finished with a Blink Dagger, which could be like a Blink RP will just turn the fight. If there is a Troll Warlord on you, okay, trying to kill off that Venomancer, Play Hard will end up going down to all of this poison damage. Young God just has to get out of here, get slowed down by the Poison Sting, but that is the Aegis expiring. So that means no more free second life for this Troll Warlord. Yagami walks forward. Does Yopes see him? Not quite. Okay. Oh, they do see Juan though. Not going to blink onto it though. Just going to continue to farm. Gets the -4 meld armor. Endless has axe. Oh my god, this is gonna hurt so much. Poison Nova. 100 damage for 18 seconds. 1,000. It will just kill Skywrath Mage. Skywrath Mage will literally die from Poison Nova right now. But, I mean, Neon have been successful in slowing this game down. And while the troll does maintain his gold advantage, going for an MKB sees the Eagle Sun. So this MKB will be pretty impactful, especially with Stolen Bloodlust on Nana. Ooh. Oh, they're actually going to go onto the troll, I think. Yeah, they're waiting for the troll. They know what the plan is. Jump forward, Ravage. They're throwing everything, but the BKB gets used. The status resistance from the Sanj and Yasha and the Satanic is just too much. RR will lead them on a merry chase as he gives his team space to get away. Play hard, going for the TP, so is Yopash. They'll both be able to get out. What is his status resistance? 41% status resistance on this Troll Warlord. That is absolutely nuts. And now without Ravage, Neon might be in a pretty bad position. Disconnect coming out from Tide Hunter. Oh my gosh. I think FTD are going to win this game. They are making all of the right movements right now. But if Yopaj can get to 25... Oh, that courier. This courier is a brave, brave courier. One... Okay, they don't have anything to interrupt that TP. Courier's still here, though.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Oh, they finally get 2 bounty runes, guys. They finally get 2 bounty runes. And this is going to be Butterfly for Yopaj. They are rotating in heavily for this TA. Can he get out of here? The courier ends up dying. Yopaj doesn't have a TP scroll, but is melded up. Oh, they know it. They find Yopaj. BKB gets committed, but Yopaj, she just cannot do enough damage. Little bit too cocky, got a little too comfortable. Farming the enemy jungle. And now Yungod, he'll be engaged on as well. And oh my god. Troll Warlord just does so much damage right now. With that MKB and the Empower. Okay, buyback available for Yungod. But Yopaj is down for 40 seconds. Nana jumps forward, they have the control into the stolen blood right as well. RR has to buy back, but they're losing buildings already. The slow push forward. 20 seconds. Okay, they get the control onto Rappy. Rappy does not have buyback. Still 10 seconds until Yopaj is back up. They're going to lose another lane of racks, it looks like. No, actually, they'll be able to, with that fortification, FTD.Apollo fall back. Smoke coming out from Neon. They want to turn this around, but they can't steal that Aegis. Yopaj does manage to get the cheese. They've killed off Endless there. Can they find anything else? RR gets the stuns onto the Shen, but he's going to be able to get away. The Troll is not going to be able to, I don't think. As they have the control, they jump up forward onto Rappy. Rappy, he's running for his life. One blink. He gets the blink away. Can he get the TP home? Oh my gosh. Okay, they didn't get the Aegis though. And did Yopaj did not use the cheese. But this is going to be a hard hold as they know that RR is dead. His buyback is on 6-minute cooldown. Play hard will be found out as well. He will buy back. Yopaj just looking to eliminate someone. If he can kill off Endless, maybe? No! Endless alive on 60 HP. He is not even going to die to the trap. Yopaj will probably have to eat the cheese here. But no chance. He gets telekinesis up. Neon. They just cannot find what they were looking for. There's too much sustain coming out of FTD. The early pressure a little bit too much, and it looks like they will be able to run this into a 1-1 tied series. GG comes out. FTD able to come back, able to defeat Yopaj's TA so that they can take game number 2. Thank you guys for coming by. I really do appreciate it. I'm Krams. If you guys have enjoyed the casting, please do follow the channel. That is going to do it for me, as that is all the Chinese Dota is done. It's finished. So, I'm going to call it a night, and I will see you all back here again tomorrow. So make sure that you guys have a good evening or morning or afternoon, whatever it is. Make sure you have a good one, and I will see you all later.